My goodness, my gorgeous Taurus, when it comes to the actual numerology, your number is going to be 69. Hello, baby. No, I'm just joking. No, your number is going to be 69. This in itself means that this month you are going to come out of yourself. By the end of this month, most certainly you're gonna have this experience which you are never, ever going to forget. And this experience which you are never going to forget, it's going to remind you of the certain things and certain pleasures in life which you are missing out on. And that simply, it's gonna be impossible to ignore what you will be going through, because it's gonna make you feel so good about yourself. And you know what? That is gonna actually make you feel remarkable about yourself. And most importantly, it's gonna give you all sorts of ideas and realizations. What do you wanna do? There are gonna be so many new ideas. Pay attention to the ideas which you are going to have on the 17th of November and on the 27th of November as well. You will notice that couple of these ideas, like if you had them like about couple of months ago, it would be like, no baby, no, you wouldn't you would laugh at yourself. But now these particular ideas, you're gonna become very serious about, my gorgeous Taurini. Indeed, number 69 means that you are gonna be having energy from the beginning of November throughout November, right until the end of November. Your energy will be different. What am I trying to say here? You will attract the right things into your lives, okay? You will attract the right people into your lives. You will attract the right situations in your life. So you need to make the most of it, okay? So, but the problem is, as long as there is just a little bit of doubt, none of this is going to work. So you need to be as open-minded as you possibly can from the beginning of November. Indeed, you will notice, for example, if it comes to you, oh my God, I want to speak to somebody, I want to talk to somebody who I'm so nervous and so scared to talk about. You know, you need to understand that that particular person is going to perceive you in a completely different way. I'm not saying that your energy is normally like awful. I'm not saying that your energy is normally like not okay whatsoever, but I'm just saying that something really magical is going to be happening throughout the months of November, where you are going to be noticing, you know, where you're going to notice that a certain people noticed you. And this is going to be your kind of like a very powerful sign, an indication that something is happening, something is changing. And it's true. It's absolutely true, my gorgeous Taurini, indeed. So you need to make the most of it. Whether you want to attract the certain people in your life, whether you want to try your luck when it comes to the specific opportunities, this is all going to become obvious to you. Indeed, number 69 is a clear sign and a clear indication that your vibration, your personal vibration, it's gonna be different, as long as you trust yourself and as long as you believe in yourself. Whether this is to do with the specific people in your life that you want to speak to, that you want to talk to, whether it's to do with you trying your luck with anything, or whether it's to do with you like trying something for the first time. See where this is going to take you, my gorgeous Taurini. It's going to be absolutely mental in the best possible way. There is something that you're going to try for the first time on the 25th of November. What are you going to try for the first time on the 25th of November? It's going to open your eyes, and it's going to be probably one of the biggest awakening moments of your life, where you're going to feel the great sense of urgency in order to hurry up with some kind of a plan that you've had a long time ago, and you thought that you got over it But no, baby, no. And a very big part of that plan is about you returning to something, but returning to something traditional, returning to something that was on your mind for such a long time, but now, only now, you are going to be able to be honest with yourself, purely because so much is going to be happening throughout the months of November. Number 69 also means, and I'm not going to lie to you whatsoever, number 69 also means that on the 13th of November, something is going to happen on the 13th of November, and you're going to realize that you need to change something about yourself. You need to change something really specific, something at this moment in time you can't really help yourself with, something that you are doing but you shouldn't be doing, but on the 13th of November there is going to be some kind of a blast from the past which is going to start all this. And I'm talking about a blast from the past, from absolutely ages ago. No, it is not necessarily Mr. Lover. No, baby, no. I'm talking about the childhood. I'm talking about you going back so much. And that in itself is going to play such a big role on the 13th of November 2023. You will see, okay? And also, when it comes to the number 69, my gorgeous Taurinic, it's like about you really pretty much so making such an important decision. An important decision you're going to make this month. It's going to be about you having a courage, in order to make this decision, you need to really have a courage first. And this is what this energy is going to do. And this courage that you are going to have, it's like a pretty much so about you, having some kind of conversation and negotiation with somebody. But this is so important when it comes to you, following your dreams, because this is going to lead to was a really fantastic achievement, and somebody really bright and enthusiastic, somebody really nice. It's gonna be just kind of playing a really big role in your life when it comes to you having such a powerful influence and impact by that particular person who is gonna be primarily responsible for you getting some kind of a news which is gonna make you feel really good, really brilliant, but then at the same time that particular news is also going to make you feel really, really daring, because that news is going to be consisting of you hearing something really crazy and really a little bit dark and negative when it comes to the things on the outside of your life, but it's affecting your life. You see, it's affecting your way of thinking and things like that. So it's to do with the world. So information that you are going to have, it's actually going to kind of scare you a little bit, but then again it's going to put you in the right frame of mind in order for you to step forward with your life and doing what you actually want, because this is going to lead towards like a really pretty much so financial success. This is going to lead towards a very successful venture that is going to pretty much so end in some kind of a promotion when it comes to your life. Whether you're working or whether you're not working, this is a clear sign and indication that you will heal and ascend onto the next level of your spiritual journey. So on the very 30th of November, on the very last day of November, the new door are about to open, and the way this new door are about to open, it's gonna happen in such a weird way, in the weirdest situation ever. Okay, so what is gonna happen on the 30th of November? Later on in the day, you're gonna kind of realize how much you want to go somewhere and do something, and you're gonna be prepared to go somewhere and do something, and then suddenly snap, something is gonna happen and you're gonna need to go somewhere else, which is gonna kind of piss you off just a little bit. It's gonna upset you just a little bit, but once you get to where you kind of gonna need to go, there is also gonna be like pretty much so this realization which you are going to have, and this realization is gonna be just as important and as everything I said so far, but especially when it comes to new door like opening for you, the new door you never knew existed. This is when you are gonna rediscover something very much so special about yourself. It's to do with your skill, and you kind of like really facing such a situation where you're gonna realize that now it's time to take this skill on the next level and do something about it properly. Okay, maybe it's to do with a certain skill that you were like kind of like not wasting your time with. Maybe you could have done so much more when it comes to that particular skill. So this is all gonna kind of make sense once you kind of reach that part of your life, that part of your spiritual journey. Number 69, my gorgeous Torini, it means so many things. It means also that, you know, there is someone who you know, and there is someone who you are not kind of that close to, but that particular person maybe you see every now and then. That particular person you probably see like kind of every now and then, and also at the same time that particular person was quite a lot in your life within like about oh my god, like let's say like about a few years ago, like about 4 years ago, that particular person crossed your path, and that particular person really inspired you. And it's someone who, you know, you just saw when you went somewhere, for example. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? That particular person you saw when you like used to go somewhere regularly, for example, and then you would see this person. And this is somebody who you would like at least likely have any kind of connection with. You would think this is like the least likely somebody who, if you would see that person on the street or on the road, you know, you would probably think they look good or something, but that's about it really. And it's not about that. It's not about how that person looks whatsoever, yeah, by the way. But that's exactly what you would think. Oh, this person is quirky, or this person looks good, or something like that. That's how you would think about this specific person if you would see them on the street somewhere. So it was like the least likely connection in between you and that particular person that happened within the last few years. Maybe you even forgot about that person. I'm not talking about Mr. Lover. No, baby, no. I'm just talking about somebody who you used to talk to. Well, this particular person like really impressed you, really inspired you. I think it's a lot to do with their weirdness, their bizarreness, their quirkiness, and it's just someone so different to you that you've kind of felt a really great connection with, and you felt that that person was like extremely ridiculously honest, and you like that about that person, their own honesty. You know how honest that person is, and that person tells you things, we're telling you things what nobody else would say, and that person wasn't afraid of their own feelings by saying like, you know, nice things to you if they think that something is nice about you. There's so many cute little feelings and vibrations that you had when it comes to that specific person. Does this make sense? I'm talking about somebody who crossed your path within the last, like about 4 years ago, and that person really inspired you. So it's to do with somebody, not like a main person in your life. Now lately, that person already kind of started slowly to appear in your life again. Now this person is going to appear in your life, start reappearing in your life again. And that person is like very soon, when it comes to November, that person is going to come forward and they're going to reach out to you. They're going to see you again. And they're going to tell you something, and this is really going to blow you away. What they're going to tell you, it's going to be like, you know, how do I explain this? That person is going to, like, you're gonna see that person you're gonna see that person again, my gorgeous Torini, and that person is in November, and that person is gonna reach forward and it's gonna give you some kind of like a psychic prediction, you know. That person is going to tell you something completely out of the blue. You will see that person is going to say, hello, how are you? I'm fine, yeah, okay, blah, blah, blah. And then suddenly, just out of the blue, it's going to be the moment, like completely out of this world. Honestly, I'm not being funny here, but it's going to be the moment out of this world that that person is going to say something in a psychic way, and that person is extremely spiritual, extremely psychic, and you were aware of it, but not to this particular extent, because you're going to be talking about something silly, and then something something, that person is going to mention something like, oh God, you know, and then you're going to be like, how did you know this? Like, and then they're going to give you like a mini psychic prediction. And this is really going to blow you away. And because this is going to be true. This is going to come forward. And this is what they're going to tell you. It's actually going to happen. Already you're going to hear about that at around the January 2024. At around January 2024, that prediction, what that person is telling you, it's actually going to come through. And this is really kind of going to, whoa, it's going to really blow you away. But there is more to it. There is something else that that person is going to tell you. Something really important that you need to pay attention to when it comes to your life. And it's also going to tell you the specific information which is gonna be so beneficial for your life, because it's gonna really make you aware of things that you didn't know, and that in itself it's really gonna create this U-turn when it comes to your life. But this U-turn is gonna happen in the best possible way, because you are not going to do something which would be really bad and something that would again, I know I mentioned this before, but it's again to do with something that would be kind of irreversible. If that prediction didn't come true, what that person said to you, what that person would warn you about this U-turn, that's information, you would kind of find this ridiculous. But now you're just going to take this really, really seriously indeed. For the love of God, pay attention to what this person is telling you. To have somebody like this in your life, it's like a God's gift. It's like a blessing, literally. Somebody who is extremely kind of weird, different and quirky, but somebody who is also like a very, very psychic and ridiculously intuitive, to the point that where he talks, you know, that person talks and then something comes out of the mouth of that person without that person even thinking, but it needs to come out because it is like a sacred message for that other person. So this is going to be a little guiding light, and that person is, you two are going to reconnect really, really beautifully, and it is going to in turn to become like some kind of like a really beautiful friendship in between both of you. I really like it. That person really genuinely likes you as a friend, as a person, and you really kind of really enjoy being like surrounded by that particular person. So this is somebody who is going to really bring so much like kind of optimism and fun into your life. Almost a whole new book it's about to open when it comes to your life, my gorgeous Taurini, indeed. So this is gonna be quite important in so many different ways. When it comes to the actual nutrition, when it comes to your health and when it comes to your nutrition, my gorgeous Taurini, you really need to take something which is going to be so important for both of your like your energy levels and for a little bit of stress and anxiety that you will be going through. I'm not saying that you're going to be crazy and going through stress and anxiety, because these are normal feelings, these are normal vibrations. But I do have to say that there are a couple of really draining things that you're going to be dealing with, and you're going to find yourself like, oh my God, you know what, you're going to almost find yourself like sorting somebody else's life out because there is something wrong with them. You know what I mean? And this is going to drain your energy a little bit, but this is life, you know, this is life. It can be very hard, it can be very difficult sometimes, you know, and all this, it's actually going to return to you in so many different ways, my gorgeous Taurini. So this is why this is actually so important indeed. So what I was going to say here is that this in itself is going to like kind of drain your energy a little bit, and it's going to cause a little bit of stress and just a little bit of an anxiety. Nothing too much, nothing too crazy, but it's also like kind of going to drain your energy, so you're going to feel a little bit more tired because of that, you know. So I highly suggest you to take something like a natural B vitamin complex. So important. Try to get like a natural B vitamin complex, you know, in like a liquid form, something something that is completely natural, you need to make sure that every single ingredient is made in a natural way, opposed to chemicals. No, baby, no. So that's what you need to do. Otherwise, I would never suggest this. So you need to get a natural vitamin B liquid, and every morning, literally every morning, it's absolutely fine to take natural B vitamin liquid in the morning. Every morning, you just put like a little bit of that vitamin, you know, underneath your tongue, and leave it there for like about 20 seconds, and then you just swallow this. It is really going to be so beneficial when it comes to you starting your day. It's going to re-energize you, it's going to give you energy, but it's also going to be beneficial for anxiety, stress, and things like that. So good for you, okay? And it's also going to be good for like you know, many other things as well. On another note, my gorgeous Taurini, you're also going to need something in order to boost your immune system, and I highly recommend you to do it in a natural way, of course. So natural vitamin C, which would be camu camu, organic camu camu powder, or organic camu camu capsules, which is going to provide you with a nice amount, huge amount of vitamin C, and it's natural. I don't like ascorbic acid whatsoever because it's not natural, you see. So I highly recommend you organic camu camu as a vitamin C, in combination with zinc picolinate, which is a highly absorbable version of zinc, and in combination with natural vitamin D3. And on top of all that, you just need something like organic echinacea, which is one of the most powerful herbs you can get. Seriously, I have been taking this for many years, but with echinacea you need to remember to take it for like about 8 to 9 weeks, 9 weeks for example. Then you have like a few weeks break, couple of weeks breaks, and then you carry on again, and then you have a long break. It's not something that you take all the time, but you take it at the time when your immune system is really low, and at the time when you feel drained, at the time when you feel cold, at the time when you have flu. Because by echinacea, what is it doing? This powerful herb, it's got a power to actually boost our immune system by increasing the white cells count in our body. So it's superb for cold, flu, or any type of infections, okay? If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Taurini, or not, okay? So now I'm going on the very first date that I need you to pay attention to. The very first date that I need you to pay attention to, it's actually going to be the 2nd of November. On the 2nd of November, you are going to have this like a really crazy idea. And first of all, that crazy idea is going to seem like something really crazy. But then as the time goes by the time the 2nd November, you know, by the time the evening comes, you know, there is something that you're going to come across, there is something that you're going to see, which is really going to confirm to you that this idea is not crazy whatsoever. This idea is so important in order for you to protect your life, you know, in order for you, it's like you thinking ahead, and it's like also about you doing the right thing when it comes to that particular idea. And first of all, you're going to have that idea, you're going to think like, oh my God, what am I thinking about? But then by the time that day comes to an end, what you're going to come across, it's going to confirm to you that you were absolutely 1000% right when it comes to that particular idea. So at this stage of your life, this is going to be a food for thoughts. But then again, by the time you get to December, you're already going to become aware of the certain events that you are going to need to kind of attend. It's going to be impossible for you not to attend, because this is something to do with your passion, and then you will be able to see the clear connection with that particular idea. This is already in December gonna be going on the next level, and it's gonna start kind of manifesting itself in a completely different way, but it's gonna in a completely kind of like a bizarre way, but it's gonna happen in or completely organically as well. Okay, by the time you get to the 3rd of November, my gorgeous Taurini, On the 3rd of November, ooh la la, baby, what is going to happen here? There is something that you're going to be planning. You're going to be in this mode, like you're going to be planning something and planning something and planning something. And you're going to be having these plans on your mind, like you're going to be focused on these plans, like, oh my God, so many plans. You're going to be thinking about some kind of plans on the 3rd of November. And then suddenly, while you're so intensely thinking about your plans, you are going to be on your way somewhere. And then, but while you're on your way somewhere, you are going to discover something very, very interesting. And what are you going to discover? It's like basically going to make you feel like pretty much so. What are you going to discover? It's bringing like a really beautiful and emotional balance into your life. It's bringing an important control into your life. And that in itself, this is going to mean to you so much, because almost immediately what you're going to discover, you're going to let somebody else know, somebody who means to you so much, and this is going to mean to you so much how excited that other person is actually going to be. And this in itself, it's really a lot to do with you kind of starting some kind of something it's going to inspire you. So it's not only about like discovery, but what you're going to discover, it's going to inspire you so much. Okay, this is what this is all boiling down to. On the 3rd of November, what you're going to inspire... on the 3rd of November, what are you gonna discover? It's gonna inspire you so much. This is the bottom line. This is to do with like you feeling like you want to start some kind of a new project here. You should go for it, baby, because this is the number 11 we are talking about, meaning the November is the 11th month of the year. So it's all about our discovery, rediscovery, our awakening, and our spiritual awakening as well. So when you discover things that are inspiring you, when it comes to like such a highly spiritual time of our lives, when we find ourselves in this dimension, you need to go for it. You need to go for it, because then you go with this powerful flow, and once you go with this powerful flow, you know, it makes way where there is no way. Where there wasn't way, there will be a way. As long as you understand that the power is in your mind, as long as you're thinking positive, as long as you're optimistic, you're going to be absolutely fine. This is no time to think negatively, to be down and sad, because no, baby, no. The power of 11 can joke. You want to be sad, negative? I'll bring in more. Do you know what I mean? The power of number 11, it's also very, very much so significant when it comes to us speeding up with certain things that we want to manifest, you see. So this is what I'm trying to say here. So on the 3rd of November, the bottom line is you are going to start facing like this new project, something which is going to inspire you. You're going to feel this urge to create. You're going to feel this desire, this power. It's about this potential. It's about, you know, the new beginning, but new opportunity for growth, my gorgeous Taurini. And also, you know, it's like going to help you to speed up with certain things in your life as well. But it's going to help you to speed up certain things that were like going slow for such a long time, and that's all gonna be obvious, don't worry. But then again, this is gonna require, on the 3rd of November, it's gonna require from you to make a really quick decision. You will know what decision I'm on about. You will know which decision I'm talking about, my darling. So on the 3rd of November, by the end of that day, baby, you're going to need to make a quick decision. That quick decision that you are going to make, you don't need to do anything, just all in your head. I'm making decision, that's it. But you're going to feel really adamant anyway. So why is it important to make this decision? Let me tell you, my gorgeous Taurini, because on the 16th of November, there is going to be a sudden change here on the 16th of November. So because you made this quick decision on the 3rd of November before the end of that day, just remember, it's all in your head. It's all here, making this decision, okay? And the rest, you just leave to the spirit world, okay? The rest, you leave to the different dimensions, and where you're gonna find yourself at, just with the power of your your thoughts and just with the power of you not even realizing that you are planting a very powerful seed here, which is going to start to grow. At that moment in time, you make this discovery, let alone how crazy this is going to be and what an impact on your life this is going to make. So what does the 3rd of November has got to do with the 16th of November? Let me tell you, because on the 16th of November, you are going to have this, oh my God, something, you're going to hear about something, and this is going to scare you a little bit because it's to do with a sudden change. But then because you made this quick decision on the 3rd of November, you are going to be pleased and happy that that sudden change happened. Otherwise, this would create unnecessary chaos in your life, okay? Because the 16th of November, it's also bringing you a very, very powerful revelation. Okay, now we are talking. Now you see, my gorgeous Taurini, where am I coming from? Okay, so now on the 16th of November, also, if you didn't make this a quick decision on the 3rd of November, on the 16th of November, the bottom line is that you will be resisting the actual change that you must not resist whatsoever. Absolutely mind-blowing in so many different ways. The second important date, my gorgeous Taurini, it's going to be on the 11th of November. Oh, Big Mama, it's about to knock on the door. The Big Mama, it's about to knock on the door here. Do you know that? Huh? Do you know what this Big Mama it's all about? This big mama is like one massive mama, because it's the 11th of November. Don't forget, this is November and this is the 11th of November. Oh my God. And your number this month is number 69. This is all gonna be absolutely crazy. So on the 11th of November, you are going to become aware of this unexpected good news. That's all what I can say to you, that on the 11th of November, you are going to have an unexpected good news. This unexpected good news, you know, it's like basically gonna pretty much so going to also mark a stage, like an end of a stage, you know, and this means that you are going to become aware of which plans do you also need to abandon. Okay, this is so important, because this in itself, it's really going to be probably one of the most powerful, amazing, crazy moments of your life, especially when it comes to you having this like self-discovery, and this is going to put you absolutely on the path where you're gonna also be searching for the truth. You know, this is something which is pretty much so gonna make a huge impact on your life and on the life of those who mean to you the most as well. So pay attention to this, and pay attention to which end of a stage this is, and pay attention to the actual which plans do you need to abandon, because those plans are not for you. Sometimes we do certain things for a while, we are okay with it, we are fine, but sometimes we get stuck in the moment, and it's very difficult to get unstuck when we think something is part of our life and it's meant to be part of our lives forever. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it is not. We grow, we learn, we evolve every day, every step of the way. And this is the moment that you will be going through. This is why this is so important, because it's to do with your own growth. Indeed. And look at this now. When I shuffle these oracle cards, God, they're so cute. When I shuffle these oracle cards, you know, they're like lots of little witches on the cards, so cute. When I shuffle these oracle cards, people think witches are bad, you know. The witches, real witches are not bad. The real witches are good people, you know. People just have everything like kind of upside down. It's like good witches, bad witches, you know. They're good people, they're bad people, you know. It all comes to that, you know. who would do something bad to somebody else, you know? Like, it's not good, you know? It's not a good energy and it's not good karma. So it's to do with people who are like mentally a bit like not quite there, you know? So now I'm just going to shuffle these oracle cards, my gorgeous Torini. I'm just going to focus on the 11th of November. I had to take these cards out on the 11th of November. What is going to be the message? The message, you know? Oops, that one wanted... Oh my Lord, manifest. See, what else can I say? This is also to do with your manifestation. What is going to be on your mind, it's going to manifest. Just go for it. The 11th of November, it's going to be the key date. The key date, baby. Okay? Oh my goodness. So the next important date, my gorgeous Torini, it's going to be on the 15th of November. On the 15th of November, you know, somebody, I don't like this person here. I don't like this little bastard here. I don't like this person. Somebody's going to be very annoying. Somebody's going to be very irritating. Somebody's going to be very childish. Somebody will want to emotionally control you. Somebody will want, it's not only about that, but I don't like this person because almost as if like they know what your weakness is. That worm, this worm, you know, this person knows what your weakness is, you know, like an animal. And that person is going to be kind of it's going to be irritating you. And the more this person is irritating you, the more of your inner truth is going to come out more and more and more. And this person knows what your weakness is, and this is what I find scary. But that's fine. The more this person knows what your weakness is, the more the best is it's going to come out of you. Just remember, it's to do with your inner truth. And also some kind of inner truth, you know, and that in itself, you know, so don't forget that this particular person is going to try to, it's not so much about who they are, but it's more about how they're going to try to manipulate you towards something. That particular person I do not like whatsoever, because it's going to try to manipulate you towards something, but I love it. I love you so much for it, because you will be able to see through it. You will be able to understand this like there is no tomorrow. You will be able to see way beyond, and that in itself is going to actually work in your favor, because the more this person is trying to manipulate you, the more and more and more you're going to kind of realize how much you want to follow something that you're so passionate about, but you will realize that that particular person was somehow standing in your way. And the more this person is trying to manipulate you, the more better effect and impact on you and your life this is going to be, because then you're going to be looking at that person, but in your mind you're going to be somewhere else completely. So that person is going to be on about something blah blah blah, but in your mind you're just going to be like, already you're going to be thinking about, oh my god, I should have done this ages ago, oh my god, you're going to be thinking about something that you're so passionate about. And you're also going to be thinking about now it's moment in time to think about high standards, you know. Now it's moment in time to think about high standards, but it's also to do with you and not wanting to do things that have repeatedly made you feel really, really bad. So this is ultimately actually going to lead towards you doing the right thing when it comes to you, on one hand following your passion, but then on another hand you are also thinking about high standards in your life. This in itself is going to highlight exactly the restriction that you need to get rid of. This is such a powerful moment of your alignment, my gorgeous Torini. And at the same way, you're going to kind of realize your own personal values are more important than what somebody else thinks, you see? This is brilliant. And at the same time, you're just like kind of like, by the time you get to the 17th of November, 2 days later, you're already going to have such an important message where you're going to be completely overwhelmed by the choices that you are going to have. And this is going to like, oh my God, gonna clear so much confusion for you as well. Absolutely amazing. Another thing I wanted to recommend you, my gorgeous Torini, would be absolutely stunning Larry kit. Look at this beauty. Look at this. Look at that. Can you see this? I don't know if you can see this. Look at this shining baby. Look at this. This absolutely powerful, beautiful, gorgeous pendant. Look at this. In the light or in the sun, it looks stunning. It's not too much, but it has got like a tinges of like different colors on it. So beautiful. But the reason why I highly recommend you Larikit, my gorgeous Torini, is because it's very calming and it's very stabilizing. It's very calming and stabilizing effect on the mind and emotions. It reduces stress, anxiety, and negative thought pattern as well. So especially when it comes to the negative thought patterns, you know, sometimes it's very, very difficult to come out of it. And this really kind of brings such a powerful energy into your life, because it kind of makes you be more optimistic, but it also at the same time, it's kind of fantastic when it comes to energy and determination as well. Absolutely brilliant indeed. This also comes with a sterling stunning. This also comes with a sterling silver chain. But another thing about Larikit is also you start to understand people on a different level. You start to understand your life from a completely different angle. You start to understand your shadow self. You will start to understand your dreams. You will start to understand your signs and omens on a completely different angle. And you're also going to realize when you wear Larikit that you notice signs and you kind of know almost immediately what to do with them. This is because it's also really powerful, especially when it comes to like activating our third psychic eye, which helps us to kind of see things much deeper and understand so much more about ourselves. You know, it kind of like pushes fears away. And it's kind of like makes you really determined and brave at the time when you will be like, no baby, no. Do you know what I mean? So this gorgeous Larikit comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below, or it's going to be somewhere there on top in the corner somehow. I haven't done it in years, so I'll have a go. So now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, where on earth did I go? The next date that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be the 22nd of November. Now, the 22nd of November, I like this so much. It's about this beautiful reward that you are going to have. How I can explain this? It's like a fruits of labor. Beautiful reward you're going to have, which is going to make you feel really, really confident, you know, and especially when it comes to you feeling so restless and stress for a while, you know, this is bringing courage, a passion, and such a beautiful kind of inner strength into your life. And it's bringing focus. Most importantly, it's bringing focus, what you should be focusing on. So by the time the 22nd of November comes to an end, pay attention to what is actually going to happen like later on within the day. It's like you are really kind of, you know, going to have a focus completely. There is a challenge that you will like really want to do, really want to deal with, really want to kind of like something that was scaring you for so much, for so long, and now you're suddenly going to feel so keen and eager to do it. You know, only a week ago that challenge you would be absolutely petrified about. It's something you really hate doing or you don't want to do, but now you're going to feel so excited, you know, and this is when things are going to start becoming so interesting to you, you know, in the best possible way, because it's all about your own enlightenment and seeing things in a completely different light. You know, it's a pure sign that you have, you know, come out of something really, really dark and negative that you've been dealing with, something that you did not want to talk to too many people about. So of course that this is a beautiful moment. The next important date is going to be on the 30th of November. On the 30th of November, you know, there is going to be a bit of a disappointment that you're actually going to have, you know, which is going to make you feel like a little bit negative, you know. And it's also this disappointment, you know, it's something kind of unexpected, and you're not gonna feel too sad about, too excited about it. It's just like about a little disappointment. And now you need to understand, when it comes to that disappointment, you know, you basically, you know, to maintain the actual balance when it comes to that disappointment. Listen, it's not about disappointment. It's, yes, something is going to disappoint you. You're going to be a little bit sad because something is not going to work out here, and you're going to realize this is never going to work out. Okay, and the sooner you accept this, the sooner you're going to be able to move on. And you're going to realize it's not even that bad, actually, you know. But the sooner you accept this, the sooner you're going to be able to move on. So that is going to need from you to understand that, you know, to maintain balance. You see, can you hear this? I think it's like a big truck or something, sorry. Big truck is coming for you, my gorgeous Taurini. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? It means that your life is gonna change so much. The experiences you will be throughout the month of November are gonna change your life forever in the best possible way. But you're also going to realize that if you don't do something about your own problems, you know, they're never going to go. No one else is going to deal with them. Only you can do this. You know, only you can do this. That's important. Going back to the 30th of November, my gorgeous Taurini. So you need to remember, as soon as you become aware of this unexpected, what you're going to hear, this unexpected situation, something is really going to disappoint you, you know. And you need to understand, the sooner you accept this, that this is not going to work out, the sooner you're going to be able to move on. So it's all kind of paying attention to kind of like to maintain, now at this stage of your life, to maintain balance, there must be sacrifices, okay? And the sacrifice is going to come in such a way where you're gonna need to pretty much so gonna work on the end of some kind of a conflict here. You need to work on reaching agreement with someone. You're gonna need to work on some kind of a compromise, you know, because it's to do like you doing your best in order to end some kind of a conflict, and it's to do with somebody, you know, who pretty much so who you had some kind of problem with, but then at the same time, you know, that particular person, it's also kind of has done something kind of negative to you, and you don't like this whatsoever, but you still need to resolve something with that particular person. This is so important when it comes to both of you moving on, but at the same time, it's more about, you need to understand that you are going to reconnect with somebody who you don't want to, and that is going to actually turn out to be brilliant, because subconsciously you were carrying like a very heavy baggage since that happened in between you two. So this is actually going to be resolved in the best possible way, and mind-blowing advice you will get from that person, and it's something to do with like money, finances, and it's something to do with you knowing what to do in order to have more luck in your life in general in the future. I know it may be confusing a little bit, but it is all going to make sense, my gorgeous Taurini, trust me. Okay, so now I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in a relationship. So for those of you who are in relationship, this is absolutely fantastic, let me tell you. Now it's like basically both of you are gonna be so inspired by this experience that you are going to have. This is absolutely brilliant. What experience you're both gonna have, it's just gonna make you think about your life. It's gonna make you think about your quality of life. It's gonna make you realize what do you both want to do and what do you both want to bring into your life. This experience is gonna make you aware of what what's missing in both of your lives. But this is more to do with your lifestyle and more to do with you being inspired by somebody else's lifestyle. You're gonna love this so much because it's going to bring the best in both of you. This is fantastic because it's not only by being like being inspired by the right thing, and the right people can bring so much magic into your life, but this is gonna, it's gonna make your connection, both of you, kind of much closer. This is gonna bring you much closer. So ultimately, it's not only gonna be good for your happiness in general when it comes to doing the right thing, when it comes to your lifestyle and enjoying your life, but at the same time, it's gonna bring you closer together. Believe me or not, it doesn't matter how long you have been together, but there is something new that you're actually going to discover about each other. It doesn't matter how long you've been together. This is gonna be beautiful indeed. And for those of you for those of you who are single and ready to mingle, my gorgeous Taurini, you're really going to have such a beautiful and positive experience when it comes to this month. This is gonna be brilliant. To start with, you are gonna have so much more confidence, and this confidence is going to be shining brightly. I'm not saying that you didn't have confidence before, but there are gonna be like about 2 or 3 people at around the beginning of this month who are really gonna kind of notice you, gonna maybe flirt with you, and you're gonna be like, whoa, they're so gorgeous, they're flirting with me. Whoa, are they flirting with me? I'm not saying you're not gorgeous, but you know what I mean. What am I saying? The situation. Of course you are gorgeous, my gorgeous Taurini, but it's about you feeling so good and elevated because somebody who you think would not notice you, would not like you, it was kind of flirting with you. And it's gonna happen a few times, and because the energy is going to be absolutely perfect, you will be able to absorb this. You will be able to absorb this in the right way, and this is going to make you feel so good because it's going to reflect on your balance. It's going to give you so much energy, it's going to give you so much determination, and at around the mid-month you are going to have a very, very interesting experience. Mr. Lover Mr. Lover. No, at around the mid-month you're going to have a very, very interesting experience. So I think that particular experience which you are going to have, it's going to make you feel alive again. So it's more about fun, it's more about enjoying yourself. This is so important, to go out there and have some fun. You will realize you know so much about yourself, and you are going to be getting so much attention. I mean, there are a couple of people who are going to be playing a massive role within the last like about 10 days of November, because this couple of people who are about to enter your life are going to put you in touch with somebody really special very soon who is about to enter your life, but it wouldn't happen otherwise if you didn't meet these 2 people in the first place. Absolutely remarkable. So all I can say to you is go out there and have some fun, my gorgeous Taurini. Now it's time. Okay, my gorgeous Taurini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.